Welcome back to the show, everybody. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 8, Episode 1 and 2, School Days. Well, okay, I was completely and utterly wrong. Everything that happened in the movie is affecting the show now. And that's a wonderful thing. Because, see, what I talked about in the movie review was how I appreciated how the movie expanded the world beyond Equestria into the world in general. Even though the show has been slowly doing this, all of their interactions in the movie has made Equestria a bigger world within the world that's outside of the box that it's in. And in that, we're finally getting to the show starting to really come full circle. Because this two-parter is all about Twilight and the Squadron opening a friendship school. Now, we've been through a lot of this in smaller doses. Starlight Glimmer. Reach one, teach one, right? The Reach one, teach one program of you were a bad guy, but we're going to teach you how to be good, get your full face turned, overly push you to the moon. But we're teaching you how to be a friend. With the big giant world focus that the show is on now, it's reaching out to everybody that we have. We got dragons and yaks and the changes, and because of the introduction of hippogriffs and technically sea ponies in the movie, is that we got hippogriffs in the mix now. The show also does a wonderful job really early on of introducing what is going to be the focal point while they're doing the school thing. We meet like the six that are going to be the focus of the school thing. We have the Earth Pony Sandbar. We have a gripper named Gallus. We have a yak named Yona, a dragon named Shoulder, a changeling named Ocellus, and the hippogriff Silverstring. And they are going to be the focus of everything in school and then prove that the world focus works. That a being from all of the different groups that have come together to form whatever group this is. This is different than when I initially thought that the show was pushing a main six version for Starlight Glimmer, which I don't think the show is done with yet. But we'll just put that in a box and worry about it when we get to that bridge. Again, with the world focus that this show is now working on, is that this two-parter is mainly about the six of them and the understanding of that friendship is for everybody. You, of course, have the antagonist in Princess Naysay of you're supposed to do things by the book. By the book, by the book, by the book. And of course, Twilight is like, she wants to make it work. So it's by the book, by the book, by the book. And this completely disrupts anything that could properly be taught friendship. Because friendship, while a thing you can teach, it's not something you can really put in a book. Is that you can understand how friendship work, but as this show has taught us that friendship is truly learned by the action of making friends. And the show ultimately gets to this point through a whole bunch of misunderstandings and pony racism for some reason, and then in the end everybody's all getting along of bringing back the focal point and letting them bring back, because there was a big giant misunderstanding in the middle of all this of after the school was shut down because of pony nationalism, I want to call it, because it can't be pony racism, because I think Naysay is a racist against every other race other than pony, so it would be pony supremacy technically. I think we're going to go pony supremacy. That just sounds right. In this, I sit up here and I wonder how the show is really going to push this narrative, right? Because you really can't have a whole season of school. You could. Is that Equestria Girls to a degree proves you can, but I don't know, like, if they gonna be doing like little mini side episodes of school while we still got slice of life and adventures, or is the main six coming full circle about them teaching everything they've learned over the past 7 seasons, and season 8 learning about friendship is the adventure in which itself? Not really sure. I probably should have given more thought to that. The thing is, I'm glad this is happening, because I was excited when Starlight Glimmer was Twilight's coming of bringing it full circle of her taking a student. Now it's the main sis taking on students and expanding the world focus. So you take the small of what the arc of getting Starlight Glimmer to A, learn about friendship, but B, fully expand friendship, especially with her relationship with Trixie and Maud and everybody else that she met along the way, of now bringing it full circle of your hippogriffs and your dragons and your griffins. Yeah, hippogriffs, dragons, griffins. I'm confused. Am I confused? Changelings and yaks. That the new nucleus 6 of how this school is going to be the focal point of is, ultimately is going to work. But you really gotta wonder, is this the adventure? Are we in for a different kind of adventure? Is because of the movie being what it is and them setting up like what happened after the movie? Because I went and read a wiki. You know what I'm saying? It says that, according to some information, what started here happens about a week or two after the movie's over. And again, I didn't mention this, but it's probably best mentioned now on the back end of all of this, is the show went out of its way to say, hey, that was the movie. You weren't part of it, Starlight Glimmer, even though we do nothing but push you all the time. Is that Tempest is sitting up here, spreading a good word of friendship and telling everybody the Storm King's dead or cracked into a thing. So you really gotta wonder, is this gonna be the Storm King coming back? Because this is the show, again, to remind you that this show took opportunities to make sure that Starlight fully got over. So you really got to wonder, this new School 6, as I'm calling them, is this really going to be the focal point, and is it really going to be on them to really show friendship unify among the different races of beings you have in this new giant world? Questions. Lots of questions. This is going to be a fun season. It's going to be a fun season because, for a change, I have no idea what the direction is. Usually, you can kind of sort of base the direction on what, like, the opening 2 episodes are, to know that you're going to have some fun stuff to fill in the blanks, but where the show is going. The show, mainly, if it's going to focus on the school, it's going to be a whole thing of keeping the show exciting while the main 6 teaches about friendship in this big old ginormous way. So, for a change, I'm going to let the show do what it do. And let it show me what it's going to do. And we've got a whole lot of episodes. That, like I said in the movie review, that this is slowly coming to an end, because we had the small version of this, like I said, with Starlight Glimmer. Now we've got the big, humongous version of this in a friendship school. Because you went from being the students to being teachers on a small scale to now being teachers on a big, giant, global scale within the realm of the show. It's where else can the show go? I'm going to give the show the opportunity to do just that. So, that's a review. I'll take that. We will be right back after these commercial messages. With what? you'll just have to tune back in after we come back from a commercial break to find out exactly what it is we're going to do. Still in the middle of this catch-up spectacular, because we do what we does. So be sure to join us after this commercial break for more fun live right here on Team GRF TV. Holler you guys in a minute.